Count one, possession of cocaine. Count two, tampering with or fabricating physical evidence. Count three is a traffic
Mr.
offense.
Kodak Black. Who could have guessed? Honestly, I haven't kept up with him at all. The only reason that I know who he is because I would see posts here and there about him getting into legal troubles. So I knew that he wasn't the most responsible person. Which is what happened this week. Mr. Kodak Black definitely isn't stranger to the cop. Kodak Black, whose real name is Bill Capri, is a 26-year-old African-American rapper who was first known for his song No Flocking.
Young nigga, I got old cash, spazzing on they ass.
Like I said, I never really kept up with him. The only song that I really ever listened to was Easy, and that's only because my friend's older brother in high school made a parody about the song with his friends, and because of the freshman freestyle. Mr. Kodak Black just got arrested for possession of a little special white powder, which isn't surprising at all. I honestly don't know how someone can repeatedly get caught up like this. You would think after getting arrested so many times, you'd get just a little bit better at evading the police or just hiding your stuff more, but I guess not. I personally thought that being a pretty famous rapper would mean that you'd be able to not do any of that stuff, or you shouldn't have to, but I guess that's addiction and that's just life for you. Like, some people are just born into it, or just that's all they know what to do and that's what they're used to. So I mean, I don't know, but Kodak's habits definitely aren't doing any good for him. He's definitely building his criminal portfolio. In October 2015, he was arrested for kidnapping, battery, driving with suspended license, and possession of flour after being accused of forcing people into his car because he thought someone broke into his house. Personally, I don't know how it makes sense to force someone into your car when you think they break into your house. I would just want them to leave, be like, hey, get the fuck out of here, but I guess not. 2 months later, in December 2015, he gets caught up again for possession of flour, just about 2 pounds. 2 months later, February 2016, he catches a sexual misconduct charge after taking a girl to his room and doing some pretty disrespectful things, which is by far, I think, the worst thing that he's done, personally, because honestly, all of this drug stuff, it is what it is. As long as you're not hurting anybody, then obviously, who the fuck cares? It's just drugs, you're doing it to yourself. But I think once you start, definitely, especially what he did to this girl, once you start doing stuff like that, that's not good at all. Kodak really loves these 2-month intervals because 2 months later, he gets arrested for weapons possession after being seen buying Za off his plug and driving away and evading arrest and throwing a gun out of the car after police try to pull him over. I understand buying flour and carrying a gun because he was definitely dealing with bad people, but if you're doing something wrong, you're most likely going to get caught. A lot of people do, so why keep doing it? Especially when you have the opportunity not to. May 2016, he got arrested in Broward County after his old warrants caught up to him. August 2016, he was sentenced to 1 year house arrest, and as soon as he was about to, he was denied because his warrant from the December 2015 flower possession came up, and the charge for sexual misconduct was changed into sexual battery. It doesn't stop there. It continues to this year. His most recent charge before this was July of last year after getting caught driving with 31 oxys and carrying $74,000 cash. Damn. That's a crazy amount to get caught with. I don't understand why someone would willingly still do things they know are bad, knowing they have an opportunity elsewhere. Bro, you're a rapper making money. You don't have to be selling stuff. You don't have to be doing this or that. And if you are, don't get caught. Especially with how he got caught up right now. Kodak just has the worst hobby. You would think he'd learn, but on December 7th, 2023, police report states Kodak Black was found asleep in a parked black Bentley SUV in the roadway by a local officer. The officer states he had to open the door to the SUV and shut off the car. The officer also reported the vehicle had a cup in the door that smelled of alcohol and found weed residue and paper in the center console. An awakened Kodak Black told the officer there was just weed in the vehicle when they asked of any illegal substances or weapons in the vehicle. I get the fact he was asleep, but the officer reported that Black's mouth was full of cocaine after he noticed it falling from Black's mouth on the ground and a test revealed it to be the drug. How do you come back from that? You're asleep in your car, cop pulls up, hey, your car has a cup there that smells like alcohol, has weed residue, smells, and you have a little something on your face, how do you say, oh no, I don't. I looked to the lawyer, but I think it's a pretty easy case. In Florida, that white powder is considered to be a Schedule II controlled substance, and a person found to be in possession commits to a third-degree felony punishable for up to 5 years in prison or 5 years probation. Like I said, if you have the opportunity not to go to jail for 5 years just by not having that white powder or not having any of that, if you're gonna be doing it, do it at your house. Why are you doing it in a car and then passing out right after? He's pleading not guilty and asking for a jury because obviously in the US, you're innocent until proven guilty. The prosecutor has to do everything they can to make sure that the jury thinks you're guilty. So that's on them. If they don't, then you're free. But Honestly, I'm not so familiar with the law, so I don't really know if Kodak could actually win this. But the cop pulled up. Kodak had the powder on his face. He had the powder on his face. If he has a body cam, I honestly don't know what Kodak can do. I think they're trying to contest that the search on the car wasn't like warranted, or like it wasn't I forgot the word, but like it wasn't allowed. But I'm honestly not sure how that works. I have no idea, because if he was coked out, he was coked out. This is his response to the situation.
Y'all know I come as I am. I mean, like, whatever, like, a got going on, bro, I wear that. But, like, if that shit ain't me, homie, don't put that shit on me, homie. Like, for real. Don't convict me or some shit. That ain't me.
It's honestly kind of sad, but I mean, to each their own. If you have anything you'd like me to cover, leave it in the comments below. I just want to work on my journalism, so, yeah. Remember, kids, don't do drugs. And if you do, don't do it in your car.